All right, come on. Come on. SennyJ, let's start clapping. Let's start clapping before
Now
we
let's
start.
start.
Let's start clapping. Good morning. It is a feel good Friday. It is Friday, September the 15th, 2023. It is actually 49 minutes after the hour. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. Um, Only place on earth where you get your morning started right, guys. The chat room is wide open, or you can call in 570-982-6950. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team on all social media platforms, if you don't mind. Like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. This is where you get that morning smoke in the morning. This is where you're going to get that morning love. But most importantly, guys, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. To the Queen SennyJ, good morning. God bless you. Good to see you. And how are you, young lady?
Good morning, Sean. I'm doing great. It's actually my son's birthday today. I officially have a teenager, so it's going to be a great day. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I let you know everything that's going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. And we're going to finish it up with Front Page News with Senny J, where I will let you know everything that is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that.
Yes, we want you to stick around for that because we have an action-packed show for you guys today on a Feel Good Friday. We hope you guys are safe right now. We hope you guys are in a good spirit as you commute to work or you're working from home. And we here, guys, to help you in this part of the day in the morning to make sure everything is right. And we truly appreciate you. Cindy, before we start, shout out to your beloved son. I call him the Green Gray-Eye Bandit. It's his birthday. He's 13 years old. You have another teenager in your realm. And I just want to say before we start the show, happy birthday to the Green Eye Bandit, aka Steph Curry Jr., aka $1,500 sneakers on at his birthday party. Uh, uh,
I can't,
and,
Sean.
and I just want to say, Sidney was messing around with some of us know, and some of you new listeners don't know, but some of you, the veteran listeners, know with this, what we do and how lives here each and every day. And since before we get into the show, uh, I share this about Cam and his birthday being a teenager because I believe I witnessed Cam's either 10th or 11th birthday. Uh, I don't know I can't remember how old he was at what birthday he was celebrating. Uh, and Cindy was in a relationship with this dude that was, he was a money guy. Honestly, he was out of his mind, but he was a money guy. A lot of money. Uh, so Cindy didn't have to want for nothing, even threw me a few dollars. Yo, Cindy's boyfriend looked at me and go, yo, here go 500, man. Just go ahead. I was like, thank you. And And Cam had a birthday party again. I can't remember how old. Cindy, how old what was that birthday celebration? Was
I
it
think
10,
that was
11?
it was either 10 or 11. I want to say 10, but that feels so long ago.
Right.
But
I think it might have been 9. I think it was long.
no, I think it was 10 because it was like I kind of wanted to make it a big deal. That's kind of like a milestone birthday. I think it
Right.
was 10. 10.
So I don't know. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. Now, I don't know, ladies or gentlemen in the chat room, if you ever dealt with a baller, a guy that was, a man or woman that has an extreme amount of money and it's all good every day in the hood. And Cindy ran into a young man like this, where there was no limits on spending the money. If you all remember 3 years ago, Cindy J's birthday party was a total spectacle. We have film of that. Cindy had 16 birthday cakes. She was dressed in the African garb. It was really strange and weird.
Sean.
He was smacking her in the ass and everything was really good. And And he was actually at the birthday party. I mean, we could go back and get the tape. But in that whole journey, Cam was involved in this. We're talking about SennyJ's beloved son, who just turned 13 today, the great Green Eye Bandit, aka Steph Curry Jr. And when his birthday was upon us that year, 3 or 4 years ago, I can't remember exactly when it was. Senny invited us to the party. And the party was in front of Senny's house when she used to live up there in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. And Senny lived in the Poconos, but she lived in the real Poconos, like she lived in the hood. It's not the Poconos that you see when you're trying to find a house and you're looking for something for $300,000 and you see the deers in the background. It wasn't that.
I was in town. Very
Senny was living
location.
Senny was living in the hood in the Poconos in East Stroudsburg. On the hood is kind of a block. I wasn't mad at her. Always kept her doors open. House was worth about $45,000, a little something. Rolled up on it. There was nothing impressive about this place. She was renting it. not like where Senny lives now. Senny stepped up. Senny lived really. Senny got a nice place now. We already know that.
I love.
But she was living in. She was living in the hood, and some of us we can't admit that we live in the hood. Like it was really hood.
It was not the hood. We were right down the street from the school. It was. If you guys are familiar with East Stroudsburg, we were right by Dansbury Park. Very cute, very quaint, very central.
She was in the hood. I don't care how whatever way she describes this place. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. And when she was messing with this dude, and happy birthday to the Green Gray Eye Bandit, aka Steph Curry Jr. Senny was messing with the money dude, remember? Senny invited my wife and my bonus son to this party, aka stepson. And when I tell you that this was a spectacle that I've never seen in my entire life. And wait, before I go on with the story, shout out to Princess Cox, no pause, Blackheart. He just entered the chat room. Princess was very annoyed at me, and I want to apologize to everyone because when I went on my jet rant yesterday, I kept saying Aaron Hall, the R&B singer, instead of Aaron Rodgers. I apologize to everybody, and I saw when I watched the show later, I see everybody in the chat room trying to correct me. I apologize. Not Aaron Hall, Aaron Rodgers. Get back to that later when we talk about our Jets at the end of the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever messed around with a baller, Senny messed around with a ball. I told you this guy gave me $500 for no reason. Senny was getting money and they was just living a glorious life. I get to SennyJ's birthday party in the hood in this quiet block. House worth $38,000. She had the old swing.
That house sold for $200,000. Okay.
She had the old swinging door that protect the flies from coming into the house like I was somewhere in central Mississippi.
You're such a hater. You are such a hater.
And when we rolled up to this birthday party where Senny was messing with this ball and wherever he is, God bless him.
No, God bless.
This neighbor had an amusement park. And shout out to Cam. I'm only talking about this because it's the beloved Cam, the Green Gray Eye Bandit, a.k.a. Steph Curry Jr.'s birthday today. He's officially a teenager. When we rolled up in front of SennyJ's hoodest house in her hood, there was literally 7 amusement park trucks in front of the house.
You are such an exaggerator. It was only 2.
There was a roller coaster out there, a truck with a game room, a weird looking dude making candy canes. They had an indoor game system going on. And my beloved Cam, a.k.a. the Green Gray Eye Bandit, a.k.a. Steph Curry Jr., literally had on a pair of $4,000 sneakers. And his other little 9-year-old buddies were looking at him like he was confused. And Cindy had on like a $3,000 shirt. And it was very weird. We had a great time. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, as long as a great time was had by all, Shawn.
We had a great time. There was plenty of food. We had fireworks. And all of this, ladies and gentlemen, was on a Tuesday night.
Shawn, I'm so done with you.
So I said, Cindy, what you gonna do with the $1,300 Balenciaga shoe?
They were Versace's.
Cindy was like, I'm gonna put these mothers online and sell these bitches.
Period. I actually still have them. My son dogged them. He dogged those shoes out. I don't even know if I can sell them now. They look crazy.
And when I saw, I'm sorry. What? That was the dog. I thought he was chewing on something. Okay. When I saw these $1,700 gray kind of space boots kind of shoes, which confused all of us, and the young man, God bless Cam, was on his birthday, 13 years old, the Green Gray Eye Bandit, aka Steph Curry Jr. He wasn't uncomfortable at all wearing all this expensive gear. So I want to say to Cam, SennyJ, please can you let him know that his granduncle said, happy birthday and God bless on his first year as a teenager. And Cindy, why did you not sell those shoes immediately after he took them off for his birthday party? And saying, well, and then my next question is, could you just refresh all of everybody in the chat rooms in my memory about the amusement park that was in front of your house that Tuesday for Cam's birthday? And welcome to the show, guys. The only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ. The question of the day is, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever messed around with a baller before we start the show? I mean, somebody that had liquid access to somebody that's walking around with $5,000 to $7,000 in their pocket every day. SennyJ had to do some strange things for that change, baby.
I didn't. I had to put up with some strange things, yes. But was I doing them? No. I think every lady needs to deal with a baller. Everyone.
At least once in their life? At least once in their life?
At least one. And that was my last relationship. And so I'm just leveling up, baby. The next one is even going to be more than him. You know what I'm saying? So hold out for that. It's a different type of life, okay? But no, I didn't sell them right away because they were his shoes and he liked them. They're still here. I just recently moved. So I seen them the other day and I was like, yo, I was supposed to sell these. But I don't know. I might still. But he liked them. He used to wear them. He wore them to school a couple times. Like my son, he was like, Mom, we should get another pair of these. And I was like, oh, calm down. But yeah, he had a good time. And we had video game trucks. If you guys have a young kid that likes video games, we had 2 video game trucks. So but these things are cool. Like you go in there and it's just screens and systems, PlayStations, Xboxes, everything. And arcade games. And you just sit there and play like in the truck and it has lights and it's cool. So that was all. And then we cut a cake, we had a little bit of food and, a great time was had. We were outside. There were balloons. It was a really great time. That was one of the best parties I've planned.
That was actually one of the best parties I ever been to.
Shut up.
My bonus son was like, can we have an amusement park in front of our house? I said, you a goddamn lie. You a goddamn lie.
Yes, do it for him this year. When's his birthday? It
Use a
already passed, right?
goddamn lie. I said, don't you see all those trucks out there? And I want to give a shout out to SennyJ's baby father. God bless him. God bless this man.
Why we gotta do that?
Who's in the chat room every once in a while, man. He was there and we had a great time with him, man. He was showing love for the whole situation. I don't know if I would be built like that, man. If I went over to my baby mother's house and the baby mother's messing with a ball and I'll go over to Great Adventures. But to your baby father, SennyJ, God bless this man. It was a good look for him. And again, the only reason why we're talking about this is because it's our beloved Cam's 13th birthday. Now, Cindy, before we move on, what are the ups and downs of what's the pros and cons of messing with a baller, SennyJ, in a relationship? What are the pros and cons of dealing with a man that is independently wealthy as F? I mean, this guy had nothing but money. This guy had money coming out his ass. He was shitting money.
He was doing good for himself.
What are the pros and cons of dealing with a baller? Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. This is where you get that morning smoke, but most importantly, only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Cindy, pros and cons of messing with the ultimate baller, SennyJ. I'm talking about a man that got $5,000 to $7,000 in his pocket every day.
Well, the pros are, of course, you get, everything. Nothing's a problem. If you want to do this, if you want to go here, everything's all up. So there's definitely good pros. You never have to really worry about anything. The cons are usually when you're dealing, I don't know if I would say the same for women, but for dealing with a man, usually you have to be prepared for other women and them possibly being with other women because they have the capacity to do that and they're always getting attention. Working a lot, sometimes there's not a lot of personal time depending on how they make that money. They're, usually always gone, but if they leave you with a little stack or something, you can have your own day too. So there's another plus with that, even if they have to work, and sometimes, I don't know, sometimes they have a little they're a little eccentric sometimes maybe, or they're not used to adversity. They're not used to people disagreeing with them or not doing things that they want to do. So those are some things that I've encountered. And I've heard, other people saying that too, as well, with people, that have money. They just expect you to just deal with whatever BS they come along with. So that was really, when I finally decided to break up with him, that's what I had, because a lot of my girlfriends were like, girl, who cares? Go to therapy. You'll be fine. Like, who cares? But at the end of the day, it comes down to your integrity and your mental health. And, if I found you, there's others out there, especially according to every man out here. There's plenty of men out here making money. So you don't have to suffer with that. So that was my experience.
I want to see all the hearts in the chat room right now on a Feel Good Friday, guys. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. I want to see everyone show each other some love in the chat room right at this moment. We're going to show you some love, but I need to see the hearts in the chat room right now. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, turned down for what? CJ. We need to see those hearts in the chat room. I want to see a bunch of hearts. Thank you so much. Cindy, it reminds me of Prince Scotch No Pause, Black Hearts in the chat room. And I'm for sure a lot of folks in the chat room have seen this particular movie. And I think of the movie and I think of Goodfellas when I think of you in this situation, Cindy. And I'll tell you why. In the movie Goodfellas, the main character was getting so much money. Did you see the movie Goodfellas, CJ?
I've seen like parts.
I
I've
want to
never
see those.
watched it through.
I want to see the hearts in the chat room. I want everyone on this glorious Feel Good Friday to show each other some love. Like my mother say, thank God for Jesus. Thank God for everybody's family in there. We want to show everybody some love. And chat room, show each other some love right now, if you don't mind. Cindy, in the movie Goodfellas, when he was getting money, right? He was getting ready to go out for a business meeting. The main character. What's the main character name in Goodfellas, guys? Shout out to my beloved nephew, Lee Scott.
I'm going to share the show on the thing. I'm coming back. You guys make sure you share too.
Cindy, on the main character of the Goodfellas, he was getting ready to go out for a business meeting. He had a suit on. He was in the kitchen. He was running out to try to, get more money. And his wife came into the kitchen and she was like, I need some money. I need to see those hearts in the chat room, guys. She said, I need some money. And what's his name? Ray Liotta, right? That was the actor's name, Ray Liotta, right? But what was his character name in Goodfellas, guys? And remember, she rolled up in the kitchen and she was like, I need some money. And he goes like this, how much? And then she went like this. She didn't ask for a specific amount. Y'all remember that in the movie, guys, in Goodfellas? She went, I want this much. And then he pulled up his shirt and he had nothing but like just money all in his waist. And he pulled out some and he gave her what she wanted. And he was about to walk out the door. And before he walked out the door, she serviced him. He was like, I gotta go. Okay. Do y'all guys remember that in Goodfellas? And that's what I think about the relationship with SennyJ, which I think that was totally hilarious. So what was the character name in Goodfellas? What was the character name in Goodfellas that did that? It was a scene in Goodfellas when
I heard you.
Okay,
I've
cool.
seen it.
Okay, cool.
I saw that. That was good. It's good to have that feeling. And you're managed. And the thing is that they want to, and that's the thing. And I'm so glad I had that experience because it wasn't like, well, what are you gonna do with the money? Where are you going? Like he wanted to give it because he saw it made me happy.
Right.
And like that is great. And I'm the same way. When I'm out with my girlfriends, I want to pay for them. Like I wish I had money all the time so I could always. It feels good to give. So men that don't want to give, like it just doesn't compute for me. You got this beautiful girl on your arm. You guys are chilling, living life. Why wouldn't you want her to be happy? Believe me, man, everything you give to your woman, she will multiply. Okay? So give. It feels good. It's good for you. It's good for her. It's good for your partner. Be giving.
Well, I've been giving over here for the last 4 years.
And look how happy you are, Shawn. Smiling, skin looking great. Your house is a home. Every time I come to Shawn's home, that place, it is all white over there, looking nice. Right? That's Tanya, because you know Shawn ain't decorating nothing.
Exactly.
So, feels good to give.
And thank you guys so much. Henry Hill was the character name. Ray Liotta played he was the actor Henry Hill in the classic Goodfellas. Welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Don't go nowhere. Towards the end of the show, we got some football picks. You know what's going on. We're going, I'm gonna talk what I talk, but we are here, guys. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, Miss Miko, and the Queen, SennyJ. We are in the building. Thank you so much. I wanted to show Miko some love because Miko, hit us up and said she couldn't make the show. She had other,
Yeah, y'all show love to my good sis, Miss Miko, who took this week off. Bye, girl.
Yeah, took the whole week off.
See you later, girl. Next week.
Yeah, that's right. Get your paper, and God bless you. All right, Cindy, let's get into the show, guys. We truly appreciate you. Front Page News with SennyJ. Thank you so much. And I want to see the hearts one more time in the chat room. The Godfather Solar Tracy Ray is in the building. Thank you so much. Tanya Washington's in the building. The Ambassador Vanetta George is in the building. And we truly appreciate you. Mike Dixon, welcome to the show. Thank you so much. And we appreciate past, present, my man Young and God bless you. All right, Cindy, what else? What's going on? And welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Let's go.
Okay, so I am going to start off. This is actually, and I don't know if Rel Holla is in there. Um, this story actually, this we talked about this about a couple of years ago. A very influential social media influencer, Dana Chanel, real name Casey Oliveira. She was being sued by the Pennsylvania Attorney General for um, services not rendered for products that she was promoting and owned. And I remember talking about that, and our one of our listeners, Rel Holla, called in and said how some of his family, I believe, or his friends were actually scammed by her. And I was following her. I
Right.
still follow her. However, the Pennsylvania Attorney General has reached a settlement with her, and she is accused of misleading consumers. In 2021, Dana Chanel, whose real name is Casey Oliveira, was sued by the Pennsylvania Attorney General for allegedly taking money from customers without delivering services. According to the lawsuit, the influencer promoted credit repair services rebranded as Earn Company LLC and mobile app development services through Alakazam Apps LLC. In one example, the suit says a consumer who runs a nonprofit learned about Alakazam Apps through her program. She paid the company $2,000, believing she would directly work with the developers to create her custom app. However, the suit says that she never received an app from Alakazam. Oliveira is now ordered to pay more than $87,000 to dozens of clients, it says. The restitution payments are part of a settlement agreement with the Attorney General's office. I do still currently follow Dana Chanel, and she has currently 1.1 million followers currently on her platforms. And I have seen, I believe her and her husband had put out like one of those PR videos, like basically saying, we will stand together until, the end of this case and we will be vindicated, blah, 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 blah. And then slowly, they started phasing out promoting. I believe she had something called Curl Bible, the Earn Credit Repair, as well as the Alakazam apps. How they made their first million, because I've actually been following them for a while. She created, I don't know if you guys remember that app. It was called Sprinkle of Jesus, and you would get like a daily Bible verse quote. They made their first million on that, I believe. And it just went on from there. So people beware of these social media influencers. And now they're doing like fitness things. Like they're running like over 100 miles in a week and some weird stuff. So I guess they're trying to come up with something else to stay relevant. And I'm sure 87,000 is nothing to them, but just be careful when you're out here, promoting these things, or, possibly promoting for another company. Like, make sure you know what's going on here. Sometimes everything isn't what it seems.
Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature wake up team with the Queen SennyJ right here in the forum, and also Miss Miko. Shout out to Miss Miko. She's not able to make the show today. Please, once again, I want to see the hearts in the chat room. Sending special shout out to a young man named Christopher who's listening to and watching the show from Liberia. God bless you, sir. Keep continuing listening to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team, and a young lady by the name of Derica from Australia. So thank you so much for everybody that's watching and enjoying the show on this global platform.
Make
Now,
sure you share.
and share the show. My Liberian friends out there, please share the show. Shout out to my homegirl Hottie Toddy in the chat room. We truly appreciate you. Christina Collins, God bless you. Cindy. These people that are on social media with the credit repair, oh my God. Oh man, a lot of credit repair. This I can't, I can't, I can't wait to AI take over the credit repair business.
Leave them alone. Everybody has a hustle. I follow a
You,
credit repair person.
you credit repair people are the worst. Okay,
They'll repair your credit, Sean.
every
You just have
every
to pay them $500.
you got to pay them. You got to give them $1,000 and for something that you could do yourself. Uh, all these stupid letters you got to write. You can do that yourself, but that's another issue. There are probably 1% of legit credit agencies out there. Everybody else on the landscape is all BS to me. Now, this woman who has been brought up with charges with the state of Pennsylvania Attorney General's office for fraudulent activity. First of all, like my man Tony Robbins always say, you should get your ass whipped. Secondly, I think that a person like this and all the people that are involved with her and her little clique should all be banned from social media. What was disturbing about this story in the beginning when you said, SennyJ, that this woman still has a million plus followers. Why is this woman on social media, period? You also said that, yes, Shawn, you notice she's not promoting anything anymore because she can't. We need the Donald Trump harass. Remember when they banned Donald Trump? Wendy Gonzalez, good morning. Wendy, my mother's been asking for you.
I'm
Wendy
weak.
Gonzalez. Mama Harvey's been asking for you. What's going on? Uh, Wendy Gonzalez, you know the deal. You got to reach out to Mama Harvey. She's been asking for you. And speaking of Mama Harvey, guys, our beloved Mama Harvey, my mother, will be on the Tamron Hall show this afternoon at 2:00. She was in the live studio audience, and I believe Tamron Hall actually asked her a question. If you go to my Facebook page, you can see the pictures of her and my cousin Kim Roxy. And I want to give a shout out to my cousin Kim Roxy for taking my mother down to Cameron Hall and having a great day. And thank you so much to my cousin Kim. I love you to death. I appreciate you. If you have fraudulent activity on social media and you get caught in and you get prosecuted by whatever state that you're from, I believe that you should be banned from social media. And a lot of us are now on social media, and I get it. It's a platform for ads, and it's a platform and a marketplace to sell and trade. I get that. But a lot of these businesses, you have to be careful. There's a lot of scams going on out there in these streets, and we know it. Most of us are from New York. Put a number one in the chat room if you're originally from New York. We can spot the scams first than anybody else on earth because we are the originators of the scam. Remember back in the 80s when we had that three-card Molly popping? Put a number one in the chat room if they took a little bit of your money on a Friday in 1984 when they had the three-card Molly out there on Times Square.
Now we're the inventor of the scam, Sean.
New Yorkers are the inventors of the scam. We the last people to get scammed.
I'm done.
I'm not saying we don't get scammed. We do. But we the last ones. People in Pennsylvania, Illinois, Vermont, they get scammed on the first try. And at least New Yorkers, we be like, well, before we get scammed, we be like, whoa, 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 this might be some bullshit. Then we get scammed. So what I'm saying is social media is not doing, these platforms are not doing a good job on folks that are prosecuted by local states, feds, or whatever governments. They should be wiped off the platform, all platforms. YouTube, Cindy, what are you looking at? YouTube, you looking at some penis? What are you looking at? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and all the others. You shouldn't be allowed. And then, SennyJ, it's sad, and then we'll move on. I'll yield my time back to you. It's sad that you are still following this person and you're proud of it.
I'm not proud. I just said I still follow because I wanted to keep up with what she was going to do. I'm trying to stay on top of the scam. But I do because okay, for me, there's other things that she does on her platform besides just sell stuff. I never bought anything from her. I didn't get scammed. But she has other things that she talks about and she does that are meaningful. That's why you have to have discernment. You know what I'm saying? You got to take the meat, spit out the bones. I'm not buying no I don't buy things that I can do myself. I just know it's just going to take a little bit more effort on my part to research what I need to do. But it's social media. It's for entertainment purposes only. And
Now I
it's
could
unfortunate that some people do get scammed, but I sometimes equate it to like infomercials. I feel like a lot of these influencers are just doing infomercials and they just come to our phone now instead of on TV. How many people bought Amway or whatever? I know my mom she was buying all types of stuff at the house. They never used none of it. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you listening to these people that tell you to Tupperware, freaking vitamins, all this crap? I'm like, you're not even using any of it. You bought it, you're excited, and then it's so I always told myself I did not want to be like, sorry, mom, I gotta put you out there. I was like, I am not gonna be like that. But some people are like that. They get talked into it. It's a sale. And then sometimes you get caught if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. People believed in her. If she was doing what she was supposed to do, she'd be up right now. So you just got to make sure the follow through is there.
I could see you listening to this young lady and following her for journalistic purposes. That I do understand, but you're not. You're observing this woman, you're watching the moves, and I understand that. And you did say at least one thing, that she's not promoting anything on social media at the moment. And guys, stay away from the credit repair people. Let's knock that off. I would say
They
only
should they should be teaching it in school. That's what they
that,
should be
right,
doing.
right. They should teach credit repair in school. There might be one or two legit credit repair companies out here in these streets. But I'm not using the dude that lived down the block that's doing credit repair, or they make these unbelievable quick result kind of videos that can get your credit score from 400 to 800 in 14 days. Knock it off. It's not going to happen, guys.
It takes at least 30 days, Shawn, and you'll see results.
Right. 30 days, you're going to see results. It don't take my Viagra that long to do that.
They're very enticing though. But that's what I'm saying. If you can convince somebody through a screen to do something, come on. It's happening every day. So
Put
you
a
just
number
have to
one
be
chat room.
mindful.
Put a number one in the chat room if you know one of your friends or your cousins or some of your family members is doing credit repair right now, looking crazy in these streets. Put a number one in the chat room if any one of us know anybody that's doing credit repair. Give me 17 number ones. We all know somebody that's doing credit repair. That alone right there will show you that all this is BS. And what type of qualifications do you got to have to acquire credit? Is there a credit repair license? What is that? So I could say right now on this show, if I want to, right now, I'm doing credit repair. Everybody give me $500.
Yes. And give us a little something else, Shawn. Throw in a little razzle dazzle.
All right, I give you a Shawn Harvey morning show T-shirt. Send that $700. I'm gonna call one of your creditors. Your point gonna move up. I'm gonna tell you, make your next. I'm gonna tell you, make your next payment. Why do I gotta give you $500 for me to say make the next payment? I'm still trying to figure that out. All right, guys. Welcome
You
to.
gotta pay for the information. Everything isn't free, Shawn.
You know what it is? It's just
You're
that we don't
paying for
have.
the knowledge.
Right. The problem is the profit in credit repair is the fact that a lot of us don't have the time to sit down and do our own credit repair. So we get somebody else to do it. That's the only reason why this industry is an industry. I think the credit repair industry should be annihilated and abolished.
Not annihilated and abolished.
Yeah, done. I think it should be over with. It's stupid. And if you and if you a credit repair person, call in 570-982-6950 and let's chop it up.
Prentice said, didn't we have a credit repair person on the show? That one was legit, Prentice. That person was legit.
Yo, your princess, you right, but you haven't seen one since. And that's another thing about credit repair people. You see them, they got heavy momentum in the beginning, and then you don't see them at the end. You never hear a lot of people go, yeah, my credit score is 900 points now. Thanks, Bob. You don't hear that.
They have testimonials.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. The Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. We truly appreciate you. I want to see the hearts in the chat room one more time, please, if y'all don't mind. I want to show each other and all of us some love on this glorious Friday morning. Like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. We are so grateful that all you guys have taken a moment out of your precious day to spend some time with us. Credit repair people, I'm putting you on notice. You call me 570-982-6950 and let's chop it up. Let's chop it up.
No, let's chop it up.
Let's chop it up with your BS. Because another thing with credit repair people, boy, they got that language down pat.
They know what to say.
Oh, you sure do. Oh, financial freedom. Financial literacy. We're gonna get the ball rolling. Shut the fuck. Shut up. You's a goddamn lie. You's a goddamn lie.
Shawn, have you ever used a credit repair person?
Yeah, one time. One time,
what
two
happened? What did they
times,
have you
one
do?
time, two times, one time, two times, one time, two times. Yeah, I used it. Yeah, put it on one chat room. And yeah.
How much did you have to pay?
I gave him $600. One time, two times, one time, two times. My score went from 614 to 615. One time, two times, one time, two times, one time.
Whole time you could have put that toward a debt.
Right.
Whole time.
$500. And my point, I went from 614 to 615. 615 and a half. This nigga gave me a half a point.
Man, my light is not working. That's crazy, Shawn.
Welcome to the show, any place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, also the Queen, Miss Miko. We truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. Where you get your morning started, right? Cindy, what else you got? One time, two times. Cindy, have you ever used a credit repair?
I was like this close.
Yo, don't do it.
But I didn't. When my mom, she told me that. She was like, you can do it yourself. I was like, to do what? She's like, you got to write a letter and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So
put a number one in the chat room. They laughing at me in the chat room, but put a number one chat room if your punk ass used a credit repair. One time, two times, 614 to 615 and a half, baby. $500. One time, two times. Then I call back. I need my money back. The guy is nice off, and now I can't find this neighbor.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Shauna J. She said her husband got by the credit adjusters. That's what they call them, girl. Credit adjusters. I'm sorry, girl. See, everybody's getting it all types of ways.
Yeah, they come soon as they come in. Credit adjusters.
Be careful. They're going to be here. And that's when you have to be vigilant, because you know what's going to start happening? The first, everybody knows tax time. So they're coming to y'all in January. Start the new year off right. Get your credit in order. Use that tax return to pay for these services. Whole time, you could just use your tax return and pay your debts.
Yeah. Then they say, then when your credit get ready, then you can take your credit and then you can surplus that and make and buy 3 houses. And shut the fuck, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut, shut, shut up. And then you can get a car and you can finance it and then you can buy max. Shut up. Lie. Goddamn lies. What else you got, Cindy?
Oh my God. Wait, somebody in the chat room said they did it for Rel, you got for $1,500
Well, Cindy, that's average.
to clean
That's
your
average.
credit.
I think. Thank God, Cindy, he didn't get taken advantage of a 35, 4. Some people paying $5,000 for this. 1,500, and I say that respectively to Rel Holler's hard-earned money, who we love to death on this show. I respect his bread. You work hard for this money. But Cindy, if he lost $1,500, that's actually light paper.
Yeah.
That's
What is like the
actually light
average
paper.
scam? Because everybody's getting scammed every day. So how much would you say is like the average people get scammed out of?
For
Or
credit
like in
repair?
a lifetime, how much money do you think we spend getting scammed? Because I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
right
they
now,
got. They,
college is a scam. College is a scam. I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna stand on that.
I think in
And
my
what
in
else?
my in my lifetime, I'm 58 years old. I think I got scammed out of 20K. I think I got scammed out of 20K.
Me, I would say about $25,000 to $30,000. I've been scammed
I
out
just,
of.
yo, in the chat room, how much you been scammed out of your whole lifetime? I say 20K. Cindy said about 30.
Yeah, definitely 30 to 35K. I was scammed out of, if not more. But I had some valuable college classes, I would say. So there was some meat in there, but a lot of bones. A lot of bones I choked on. I'm still choking on them to this day.
Well,
So
let's put a
beware of
pause on that. And that 30K, put a pause on that choking, bro. Choking on bones, pause that, bro. Let me tell you something. With that 20K is not including all that child support and everything else. That was a scam too, as
it.
well.
No,
Uh,
that's not Sean. That's not a scam.
uh, folks in the chat room at Lifetime, how much money you think you've been scammed out? Cindy said 30. I said 20K.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Cindy, what else you got?
especially if you had a timeshare.
Oh,
Um, right? Don't
yes.
forget
Oh my
about
God.
that. Don't forget about that vacation y'all supposed to be taking
The
every year.
timeshares would have.
And I felt, can you hear me? Oh no.
Okay. Okay, we're back. We're back. Cindy, you okay?
Oh, okay. I got scared.
Yeah.
Were you still talking or was I the only
Yeah,
one frozen?
yeah. I said then I stopped talking for a minute because it froze. But okay, so with that, guys, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Please put the hearts in the chat room. I want to see the hearts one more time. I truly appreciate you guys, Cindy and myself speaking for SennyJ. I want to see the hearts in the chat room. Where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, turned down for what? Cindy said 30K she's been scammed in her lifetime so far. I said 20. Put the number amount in your lifetime that you've been scammed in the chat room. God bless. Go ahead, Cindy. What else you got?
The next thing I have is an actual update. We all know Tory Lanez, the singer. He was sentenced a couple of weeks ago to 10 years in jail due to his involvement with shooting Megan Thee Stallion, having a gun that he's not supposed to have, yada, yada, yada. Well, he said he was going to appeal this conviction. He said he was not going to jail. He was going to figure this out. Well, Judge David Hereford has reportedly denied Tory Lane's motion to receive bail while he appeals his 10-year prison sentence. Additionally, he was convicted on 3 charges in relation to the 2020 assault of Megan Thee Stallion in December. According to legal reporter Megan Cuniff, Judge David Hereford denied the rapper's request for bail pending an appeal on Thursday afternoon. Cuniff added that the judge detailed the reason for his decision via a YouTube Live following the hearing. The judge explained that Tory Lanez was convicted of a violent crime. He has a history of violating court orders and is not a U.S. citizen. Therefore, if the judge granted the rapper's bail request, there could still be deportation proceedings to be considered. Lanez's attorney argued that the judge's last point, explaining that the rapper is legally in the country on an active work visa. However, the reported argument appeared to be to no help. In a tweet shared, Cuniff added, this was the court reporter, she added that the rapper grinned at his supporters following the judge's decision as he was let out of the courtroom. And she said that Lanez is officially headed to prison. Additionally, it was reported that as he was leaving the prison, as he was leaving the courtroom, he looked at the court reporter, Megan Cuniff, and called her a googly-eyed bitch as he was leaving. They're still waiting for the court reporter to give the transcript. But that is what she said she heard as he walked out of the courtroom. And Megan Cuniff does wear glasses.
Well,
Tory Lanez, you're a mess. You're a mess. Just go to jail, boo. It's done. You're done, boo.
Well, first of all, I got to admit, I'm not into the younger rap music. But I just got Tory Lanez, but he can rap his ass off, man. And one of his videos went viral when he was rapping with some of his younger comrades, and they were in a studio, and he was just rhyming off the top of the head, and the rap in the video went viral. But you shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, brother. Maybe she said something so disrespectful to you. Maybe she called you short. I don't know. You might got that Napoleon kind of complex. And you were sentenced to 10 years in jail. Senny, if you don't mind, how old is this young man? I don't know how old he is.
I think he's in his late 20s. Let me see. It'll fly by, Tory. Come on, be a man.
Now you're in your late 20s, bro. You're gonna get out, like be in your mid 30s. You'll be fine. Do your time, sir. Now to call this woman a googly-eyed bitch is very disrespectful. But there are a lot of googly-eyed.
That's crazy. Shawn, are you frozen?
Yeah, it's frozen. We're gonna do one more story. We're gonna get out of here. I don't know why we keep freezing up. And sir,
he's 31 years old.
You're 31. You'll be out. You'll be 40 when you're out. What's the problem, bro? You have your
whole life ahead of you. Shawn, I'm gonna keep talking.
You're gonna do 6 years, but you shot this woman in the foot. How can you appeal not going to jail when they found you guilty already? And it's proven that you did it. What is wrong? And you're not even a U.S. citizen. What country are you from? You from Canada? Where are you from, bro?
He's Canadian.
Right, you're Canadian. You got a firearm in the United States, and you shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. And you think you're not going to go to jail for this?
And you're obviously violent.
Matter of fact, I changed my mind. Do your whole 10 years, sir. You can't act like this. You can't act like this on U.S. soil. What do you think you're, Al Qaeda?
Not on U.S. soil, Shawn.
You can't act like this on U.S. soil. Do your whole 10 years. You're a great rapper, sir. I'm actually a fan of yours. But you, sir, have to do 10 years. You shot Megan Thee Stallion, who's fine as hell, who I'm actually a fan of as well. And you shot her right in the street. You got right out the car and shot this chick right in the middle of Main Street, USA.
Not Main Street, USA.
On US soil.
Sean, stop.
And you and your half pint father, who was talking a lot of mess in front of the courtroom, like he was a very entitled, intellectual black man, that didn't help you either, sir. Go to jail and do your 10 years. A great rapper, great rapper. But you shot a woman in the foot and you're not a U.S. citizen, sir.
Where?
You're no different than the guys who ran and stormed up in the Capitol. Same thing. I mean, without the shooting in the foot. Who shoots a woman in the foot, bro? What type of gangster are you?
Yeah.
You're slacking on your pippin, player.
Not slacking on the pimping.
Now, your uncle's going to talk to you right now. Corey, take your ass to jail and do your 10 years. You'll be out when you're 39, 41 years old. You'll be fine. What else, Cindy, before we get out of here?
I guess in the spirit of Feel Good Friday, we know that El Chapo's wife, Emma Aispuro, she has been released after serving nearly 2 years in a U.S. prison for drug charges. The wife of El Chapo, Emma Coronel Aispuro. I said it right. She is a free woman again after serving about 2 years in a U.S. prison. She was released on Wednesday, September 13th. Officials incarcerated her for drug trafficking and money laundering charges in February of 2021 after arriving at Virginia's Dulles International Airport. She pleaded guilty and a judge sentenced her in November of that year. The charges were in relation to her husband, whose real name is Joaquin Guzman, and her involvement in his drug empire. The 34-year-old admitted to helping him move at least 450 kilos of cocaine, 90 kilos of heroin, and nearly 90,000 kilos of marijuana to the United States. Ultimately, a judge sentenced Emma to 3 years in prison, 4 years on supervised release, and a money forfeiture of $1.5 million. She served 2 years of her sentence. At this time, there is no additional details on her release to keep her safety. The LA Times had said she is on supervised release for the next 2 years. Meanwhile, her husband, El Chapo, is serving a life sentence in a U.S. Supermax prison in Colorado. The convicted drug and firearm trafficker had previously escaped from prison in Mexico twice, reportedly with his wife's help. Emma's lawyer says she is very happy to move on with this new chapter of her life. She's also ready to be with her twin daughters, who she shares with El Chapo. Per her reports at sentencing, she begged for forgiveness and vowing to teach her daughters differently. Girl, you ain't nothing but a lie. So she's free. She's going home, I guess. Come on. El Chapo was ordered to hand over $12.6 billion. And that's probably in cash. That woman has money somewhere. She was waiting to get out to get. And I hope she has a great life. I'm sure she was manipulated from a young age into this lifestyle.
A special shout out to Emma Concepcion Gonzalez Contreras Santiago. Congratulations. You did the right thing, young lady. Keep your mouth shut. Do the 2 years. Come out. You got $1 billion in the stash. And your husband El Chapo, who's somewhere in a cave in Denver. They got him in a cave in Denver somewhere. He's never getting out of jail. He's not. This is the epitome of standing by your man for 2 years. She kept her mouth shut. She did the 2 years. She didn't drop a dime or, minimally drop a dime. She gets out, just like Cindy says, there's a little stash for her, and she could go on with her life. I wouldn't even go back to Colombia or wherever, El Chapo, wherever they stay. I would stay right here in the good old United States of America. And live your life, young lady. Go get your money, live your life, because you don't want to go back to the hood. You don't want to be El Chapo's wife and go back to the hood. They're gonna
I'm,
kill you. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna take your money and kill you. Get, get out of
I don't
there.
I don't think there's anybody messing
You
with
know,
her.
move to San Jose and live a quiet life with your $1 billion. This woman gotta have at least $500 million. Take that
Right?
money and don't do the re-up and get with El Chapo's friend, try to flip that 500 million. Leave all that alone. You know what? We ain't out here flipping no packages.
I mean, she knows what to do. The woman is
Exactly.
a wealth of information.
Now, Cindy, before we get out of here, welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? I want to apologize to the chat room. I want to apologize especially to Princess Cox No Pause, Black Heart, and everybody else who was trying to correct me while I was on my rant yesterday in the chat room about the New York Jets. I kept calling Aaron Rodgers Aaron Hall. Excuse me for my ADHD. And Cindy didn't know anyway. Cindy wasn't correcting me because she don't give a damn.
I thought it was funny. Everybody keeps saying it in the chat room. I seen it.
Okay, cool. Well,
But you
guess
were
what,
in it.
guys?
You were in full Jets rant. I didn't want to stop you.
Even though at this moment I'm wearing red, but don't get it twisted. My green will be on Sunday. I'm going out this afternoon to purchase a brand new Jet hat and a shirt. And to your Dallas Cowboys fans, the Dallas Cowboy girls, we are coming to Dallas to punch you in the nose. The final score will be 27-14. The New York Jets will dominate the ball defensively. Our offensive line is a little suspect, but as long as Zach Wilson just stay the course, we win in the game. I predict the New York Jets will win 12 games this year. We are looking for a backup quarterback right now, and maybe we can get Cam Newton or even your boy, SennyJ, Colin Kaepernick would be a great addition to the New York Jets. Jets, do the right thing. Put Colin Kaepernick down. If the New York Jets pick up Colin Kaepernick, check how this would look, New York Jets. You will be the hero of the day. But there's a lot of quarterbacks out there. I don't give a damn about these other teams. Princess Cox No Pause, a big 49er fan. God bless you. I hope you win your game and all the other teams that are out there. But if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan and you're in this chat room and you're listening to this show right now, you can kiss my ass. Pause. We are going to Dallas and we are going to kick some ass. And not only that, we're scoring first. The New York Jets will score first. 24-14, New York Jets. Cindy, I yield my time.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. 24-14 Jets this weekend. So come on back Monday and we can discuss. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I do actually have a word of the day to leave you all with on this Feel Good Friday out into the weekend and bringing it full circle, okay? If you want to get more, you have to give more. Simple. Simple, people. Start today. Give.
Cindy, if you don't mind, could you say that one more time because that was prolific?
If you want to get more, anything you want to get more of, you have to give more. When was the last time you gave? Give. It's fun to give. There you
And
go.
one more, thank you so much, Cindy. One more show note, please, guys, if you have the time this afternoon or later today, Mama Harvey will be on the Tamron Hall show, national television. So we're super excited about that. So tune in. I believe it's at 2 o'clock this afternoon. But and let's support our beloved Mama Harvey, which is my mother, and God bless her. Guys, great show today. We see you guys on Monday. Talk football and whatever else is going on in the world. We truly appreciate you. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring T with the Queen SennyJ and also the Queen Miss Miko. Cindy, let's wave at these folks. Let's wave at these folks. Let's
Bye,
wave at
everyone.
these folks. We are the F out of here.